second selection sees Chelsea playing host to Liverpool, and Chelsea, they lost their last game against Brighton. The Blues got off to the best possible start as Enzo Fernandez broke the deadlock after 24 minutes in the first half, and when we take a look at the stats, Chelsea did dominate the first 45 and perhaps could have scored another based on the chances they created. However, the tail of the game would completely turn on its head early on in the second period. Trevor Chalobah was sent off for his last man challenge on Diego Gomez, and from here on out it was all Brighton. Danny Welbeck would draw the Seagulls level before Deschupa saw the away side take a 2-1 lead, and then late on in the 100th minute of the game, Danny Welbeck added his second and Brighton's third of the game for a 3-1 final score. In terms of form, it's now back-to-back losses in the Premier League for Chelsea and back-to-back games where they've had a man sent off for some careless challenging. Longer term, it's no win in 3 for Chelsea as they've slipped out of the top 4 after what was a decent start to the campaign. They host a Liverpool side who also tasted defeat in their last match against Crystal Palace. Ismail Assar got the hosts off to a strong start with his goal in the 9th minute, and Liverpool may consider themselves lucky not to have conceded a few more in that first half. They were very much kept in the game thanks to the fantastic goalkeeping of Alisson. As we can see from the first half stats, Crystal Palace had 10 efforts, 4 big chances and an XG of 2.07, and that's all despite having only 29% of the possession. However, Liverpool would turn it on in the second half, and it was the Reds that began to dominate the numbers in the second 45. So perhaps it was no great shock when Chiesa netted the equaliser late on in the game, something which has been a bit of a specialty for this Liverpool side this season. However, Crystal Palace would not be discouraged, and Eddie Nketiah would restore the hosts' leads with the final kick of the game. His fantastic 2-touch finish in the 97th minute saw them restore their advantage, with the final scores ending 2-1. In terms of form, that is Liverpool's first loss of the season, breaking a run of 5 straight wins to open the campaign. When we take a look at the head-to-head record, the last encounter between these sides took place in May, where a Liverpool side who had already won the title visited Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. The hosts were 1-0 ahead thanks to an Enzo Fernandez goal in the 3rd minute, and this lead would be doubled thanks to Jarell Quansah's own goal early on in the second period. Virgil van Dijk gave Liverpool a faint hope of a comeback with his goal in the 85th minute, but Cole Palmer's stoppage time penalty would settle the matter, 3-1 Chelsea the final score. This result was a bit meaningless for Liverpool in the title race as they had already secured the league. However, this was a big 3 points for Chelsea, saw them secure Champions League football with games in hand. What's more for Chelsea is that win actually broke a 7-game unbeaten run for Liverpool over Chelsea in the Premier League. My prediction for today's game is that both sides come into this match off a loss and a performance where they perhaps weren't at their best. Both sides do have aspirations of Champions League football at the very least, if not a title challenge, and I really think we're in for a good matchup in this one. I think that both sides have a strong attacking talent, but they're a little bit wanting at the back, so for me it makes sense to look at both teams to score. Chelsea have seen both teams to score in each of their last 3 Premier League matches and in 4 of their last 5. Whereas Liverpool, they've seen both teams to score in each of the last 2 and in 4 of their last 6 Premier League games to start this season. Taking a look at the head-to-head record, each of the last 4 Premier League encounters saw both teams to score, and when we focus on games at Stamford Bridge, we can see that this result has come in 3 of the last 4 meetings. Therefore, I'm going to back both teams to score for a full stake here in bet number 2.